It is our practice for Yizkor service every year to have a personal prayer for a member that lost a loved one, a beloved one, this past year. So I'm going to invite Rafi, who is part of our davening team, who is Father Rabbi David Ellenson, passed away this year. And many of us, the last time we saw him was here for Neila last year as he was with ours.
It's much easier to drum than do this. My Abba loved to read. Often, he would sit down on the couch, Law and Order or a Celtics game on the television, surrounded by a handful of articles about any of his areas of academic expertise. Aside from his books and articles, though, he loved reading essays I would write for class. A rabbi, in addition to an academic, he relished the fact that I had embarked on a journey into the rabbinate and took an active interest in my studies. There was one essay I wrote that sticks in my mind for his particularly enthusiastic response. This essay explored a line from classical Jewish thought, Ahava mikalkelet et hashura. Love disrupts the natural order. How apropos that a line which would capture my father's very essence would similarly capture his imagination in my writing. My dad had love overflowing from every fiber of his being. He doled it out with finesse, never overstepping boundaries, and always ensuring that people felt cared for. Thanks. His love was so immense that it was perhaps too much for his heart. And while I imagined that his love was strong enough to not only disrupt, but upend the natural order, his fate this past December was the same as us all. He passed away peacefully in his sleep, his heart giving way after a many years-long battle with heart disease. But how fortunate am I to have been a But how fortunate am I to have been a recipient of my father's immense love. Though he died suddenly and by surprise, not a word was left unsaid between us. Perhaps this is the natural order that was disrupted by his love. In the words of our song this season, Hafachta mispadi lemacholi, patachta saki v'tozreini simcha. Your love for me, Abba, eternal and abiding as it was and is, has turned me. It has allowed me to move from the vagaries of mourning into a time where I am girded by your joy, the memories of your smile. Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai. May it be your will, O God. that while we commemorate and memorialize our loved ones in this Yizkor service, may we all be supported by a love that disrupts the natural order. Whether that love comes from our memories of these people, love that comes from you, God, or love that comes from the community that surrounds us, may these loves turn our mourning into dancing, and eventually, may we find the strength to be girded in joy.